Hello guys, welcome back to Leon's Bible, and this is your girl Leon. Happy Friday, happy weekend guys. So we're still moving with look both ways. Look both ways. So we have been moving with this teaching series for a while now, and yesterday I left you guys with a quiz, a challenge, our exam, whatever it is, a self-assessment, a self-experimentation about ourselves, about what God has done. Let us learn to look both ways. When we learn to look both ways, we will never be victims of murmuring and mourning. And remember what made the Israelites roam in the desert for 40 years? It's murmuring and mourning. So that won't be our portion if we look both ways. But when we look both ways, we will never lack peace. We will always be peaceful. We won't be stressed around. We will always have peace. For God said that. I don't remember where it comes from, but it says that I will fight for you, but you must hold your peace. And what is making us not to hold our peace is fear. But the act of looking both ways builds audacity, builds faith, and knowing that God, I trust you. I trust in you alone. So, looking both ways is for our merit. And when we learn to look both ways, that's when we can step out of the table and run towards our objective. And that is our today's talk, as we have looked both ways. It has a lot of merits as we have looked both ways. So today, after looking both ways, what are we supposed to do as the nation of God? So, we are running towards the manifestation of our dreams, our objectives, our bucket list, our vision boards, our yearly plans, everything that we have planned for. Remember, even if it is June ending, going to July, time is still here. Our God is a miracle worker. The God that was able to break the wall of Jericho in just 7 days. The God that said in just a minute that let it be light and all the darkness was shuttered away. He can do it. He can do anything in just a couple of seconds. So time is not a barrier, but how we stand is a barrier. How we stand is a barrier. Our God is not limited with time nor resources. He is limitless. He is omnipotent. He is mighty and grateful to be praised. So, as we move towards objective, I just want to tell you that it does not matter what you pass through for a while and you see that things are not moving. It does not matter how long the Israelites walked and wandered around the desert for 40 years, but it took them less time to enter into the promised land. And that is our time. And that is our possession. So it does not matter how much long it was suffocating you, but you can move in it out. You can move out right now. In this time remaining of these years, in this month of 2025, you can fulfill that thing. You can make it happen. You can do it. For we will look at this first. I think we will also look at it later, but let us say Luke 13, 6 to 8. Luke 13, 6 to 8, it says that then Jesus told them this parable. There was once a man who had a fig tree growing in his vineyard. He went looking for figs, but it found none figs. So he went to the gardener. Look, for 3 years I have been coming here looking for figs on the tree, but I have found any. Cut it down. Why should it go on using up the soil? But the gardener answered, leave it alone, sir. Just one more year. I will dig around it and put some manure. So, there is a lot into this parable of the unfruitful fig tree. But what we learn is that the man is God and the gardener is me and you. God has trusted us. God has invested in us. We are similar to a farm. God has gave us a farm, a plot, and he has gave us seed as well. So we're supposed to nurture and plant and take care of the farm so that it can grow. But God has been going into the farm for 3 years and found that the fig tree was never fruitful. And God said that, why is it running over the soil? Why are things not moving? Let it cut it down. Why is your purpose not fulfilling? Why is what I've sent you to do is not being manifested? But the man said, Father, give me just one more year. So it implies that one more year is more than enough for you to bear fruits, for your works to be manifested. 1 year is not small. These few months are not small. You can do it. But the man did not just say, give me one more year and sit around and do nothing. He said that, give me 1 year, then I will put some manure around it and do some things so that it can bear fruits. So you can't just be sitting around and saying that, things did not move, blaming, mourning. After we have looked both ways, it is our time to take responsibility. Just like how the man said, give me one more year. Give me one more year. I will put some manure around it. So as we run towards fulfillment of all that we have talked about, so these things, the fulfillment, our lives, our desires, does not involve anyone at all. This is an individual test. This is only about us. This is only about yourself. You cannot just be sitting around and expecting things to happen by itself. God measures us by our actions. Our actions are our determinations. If your actions aren't moving you, it means that there is no faith. Faith is action, and without action, it's dead. We can see that at James 2:26. So if things aren't just moving, you must take action. You must take actions. Things won't happen in our lives. We have to fight for our life. We have to take responsibility for it 100%, not 50, not 20, and say that, I have that person who'll do 30. Stop expecting people. Take 100% of your life, because nobody can do it on your behalf. It is our time to take 100% responsibility for our life. The point the man said that I will put some manure, 1 more year, he took 100 responsibility upon his life. And that is our portion. We should learn to take responsibility upon our life 100%. We should quit making excuses. I failed because 1, 2, 3, things did not go. I missed that interview because he had masters and I didn't. 1, 2, 3, he failed to understand me. Let's quit making excuses. Let's quit that justification. I did this because of that. Let's quit that thing like, this is not moving because of that one. Stop blaming people. Stop seeking sympathy around people that this failed. What will I do? People's sympathy will never help you. Stop waiting for people to help you, that I cannot do anything. God, send a person. Send who? Take responsibility. We will see many people as we continue. I will put a lot of examples as possible. Let's stop waiting. Let's stop seeking for sympathy. Let's stop blaming people. There are people saying that I did not succeed because that man stole my capital. It has been 10 years. He only stole like 100K. Really? Stop blaming people. Take responsibility. The moment you make excuses, blame people, seek sympathy, wait for people's help, you're pushing yourself far away from the manifestation of your objective, the manifestation of your heart's desire, the manifestation of what you have been ordained to do. So in any alternative, in whatever way you're passing through, push yourself forward. Either you're cloring, either you're moving like a snail, either you're running, either you're cloring. Push yourself forward. I will make this example of Genesis 3, verse 12 to 13. It says that the man answered, the woman you put here with me gave me the fruit and I ate. The Lord asked the woman, why did you do this? She replied, the snake tricked me into eating it. God was asking Adam and Eve, what happened? And the man was like, it's this woman. You gave her to me. He made me eat it. She made me eat it. And the woman's like, no, it's not my fault. The snake tricked me. So it's not Adam, it's not Eve. All of them lacked to take responsibility. The moment God was asking them, God knew what happened. God knew that Eve was the one who gave Adam. But why did he ask Adam? So let's learn to take responsibility of our actions. Plus, lack of making or taking responsibility 100% of our life takes us out of our position. We see Adam and Eve after lacking self-identity, self-responsibility, act of taking responsibility for their lives 100%. We see what happened. Adam was forced to live a hard life with sweat, and Eve was forced to bear with pain. So there are hard consequences out of our position when we fail to take responsibilities. There are chewing gums we're going to face. We must face this. Plus, lack of taking responsibility 100% of your life makes you to diminish out of your position. Adam had authority, had power over animals, had power over trees. We never heard Adam saying that I climbed over the trees and picked the fruits. No, it means that the fruits, the trees were bending to Adam, and he harvested the fruits and ate. But today people are climbing long trees, and he did as well. So lack of taking full 100 responsibility of your life diminishes you to your position. Lack of taking responsibility over your life always affects our tomorrow. We have seen it has affected our tomorrow. The consequences of Genesis 3:12 to 13 has affected the death of Jesus Christ. Jesus had to come so that he can save us. But without that, Adam could just say that, Father, we're sorry. All this Jesus thing could never happen. They could never even be in a New Testament. But lack of taking responsibility 100% will always affect our tomorrow. So after we look both sides, let's take full responsibility of our life 100%. But before that, we should also learn to discover our seed. The act of you moving, that I'm moving, I'm going to work, I am coming back, you're only beating around the bush. We see this man in Luke 13:6-8. His seed was a fig tree, but he was still a gardener in the farm. As a gardener, Solomon himself says a farmer will never be unfruitful, will always eat something. But the farmer, the gardener, never focused on his seed, which is the fig tree. It has been unfruitful for 3 years, but things were moving. He was still around the farm, but he was beating around the bush. That is what we're doing today. We're still going to university. We're still doing work. We're still waking up early. We're still moving. We're still sweating, but we're not achieving anything. Why? Because we're not moving into the right path. We're not moving into our right seed. So we should discover our seed. We should nurture our seed and take full responsibility of our seed. The man's seed was a fig tree. And the moment God said that I should cut it down, why didn't God say that you had a farm? What else did you do? But only God focused on the fig tree. So the other movements you're making, they're useless. What matters is your seed. Are you moving into the right path? Are you earning, or are you just wasting time? Are you moving, or are you making movements? So it is time to determine your path. It is time to determine our path. So that is point 1. So I love you guys. I'll be moving to part B again this day as we conclude. I love you so much.